Everyday woman, woman, woman.
Welcome to Everyway Woman. There are some major changes happening in the talk show world.
I'm living my life, living day by day.
Live from Los Angeles, here's Everyway Woman.
Everyway woman.
Welcome to Everyway Woman. So as a woman back in the dating scene, I've realized men expect a lot on a first date. I'm so intimidated. There's a lot of pressure on us. You're dating, Anna. How do you feel?
I'm not dating right now. I used to date.
You used to date.
Right now I'm on a little break, finding myself, but yeah, I used to date a lot.
Yeah, but
A
okay.
lot.
But don't you think men expect a lot out of us now?
I think it's like the older generation, like if they were the younger generation I think they just want sex, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna be honest.
So just so you
I'm just
know,
gonna be honest,
that doesn't
man.
change no matter what generation you're looking at.
Yeah.
I don't know how to go around it. I just
Right.
said it.
Yeah,
There you
Younger
go.
generation, older generation, they all want the same thing.
Yeah.
But don't we all?
I mean, okay, but let's be real. Like at some point, yes, but not on the first date. When like when I was dating when I was younger, that I didn't even think about that. I grew up in a very conservative town, and I was in a long-term relationship. And now in my late 20s, I get sucked into this dating world, and it is weird and awkward. And I don't want to sleep with you. You cannot expect me to pay half my bill and then get laid.
So how do you find a guy? Because isn't it like
I
Okay, I'm sorry.
dating,
You go on a date where you
Facebook,
pay half the bill?
Well, no, I've been on dates where guys expect
Did you
me to
catch
pay
that?
half the bill, and I didn't expect it. And then at the end of the night, he's like, puts his card down. He's like, well, we'll go halfsies. And I was like,
What?
Oh, no.
okay.
You know what?
Yeah.
That gentleman, first of all, that gentleman would not get a second date from me, and
Yeah.
actually, I'd probably give him the side eye for trying to expect
had
me to
that
pay
happen
half.
to me,
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
my sister
I
said
think
she
it-
went on a date with a guy, and they went to Popeyes. First of all, that's a no-no. and then he had the nerve to say he had to go pee, and it was closing, and he went outside and pee on the side of the car.
no, he didn't.
And she called me up. She was like, "Should I still go on a second date with him?"
This
was
I
his
was
first
like,
date?
"You asked me to go on a
He
second
probably
date."
That's a
knows.
question.
He probably knows the bus route, so leave him there.
okay, but Madison, you expect a lot on a first date?
I absolutely expect a lot on the first date. Because I have to go back to the paying the bill thing. The only time I ever pay a bill is if I want out. If I'm not having a
Oh.
good time and I want out, I will pay the bill and
And
say
leave?
thank you very
Cut it
much.
short, yeah.
Right?
I
But yes,
don't
I do expect a lot.
But I don't expect a man to pay for my bill. I want to be clear on that. But I so appreciate that because I do want a gentleman who would treat his ladies. That I don't expect it, but I appreciate it.
I think we get it twisted a lot because
Yeah.
a lot of ladies want a husband. And so instead, they're really dating a boyfriend kind of material. So you need to know the difference. You're expecting,
There's
I want
a
this, I
difference.
want that. You pay my bills, you do this. And you want a husband. And really, he's really saying to you that, no, I'm just trying to be a boyfriend.
Right.
I'm not trying to go further than a husband kind of thing. So, I mean, I don't know.
It's
Because I've
because
been out of the date scene for
women
a
tend
minute.
to look at the future. You look at the future and reach for it.
Oh, you
Why you went
know,
out
You
deep
know
with
what
that?
I
You
mean?
went deep with that.
Women all like
Future.
we write down our names with his last name
Yeah.
by the second date, and we're
Where
like,
they're
oh, how do
doing
no,
little
just
hearts.
like-
here.
Oh,
No,
no, sounds really
no, I
Yes.
don't.
Not
jump-
me, not me.
No, I don't jump in like that. Yes, I date with a purpose. I'm only just now getting back to the dating world myself because I've been in a relationship for 4 years that I just got out of. But that said, in terms of like someone paying for the first date, it's about laying the kind of foundation for the relationship you expect to have. Okay, because I grew up in a household where my dad was the one who took care of everything. Even when we would go to dinner for his birthday party, he would still be the one to pull out the credit card. And my mom never pulled out her purse. And sorry, that's what I'm looking
I think that's a good point that you made because before, since I've been taking a break, obviously, because my last boyfriend passed away. So right now, I am just trying to find myself. But if I were to date, I would find that. Even though I'm independent and I can pay my own bills and stuff, I
Right.
want someone to take care of me. Why not? I deserve it. And thank
Absolutely.
you to that person
Right. Now, do you think that's
to show me that.
Do you think that might be something that men have a hard time with their expectations, like what we expect from them?
Well, I don't think men know how to manage their expectations nowadays because they're dancing around all these feminists who might want to pay their side of the bill, who don't want them to open their car door,
Right,
And so
give a bad rep.
Yeah, and so there are a lot of actually nice guys. There are gentlemen out there, but they don't even dare to be gentlemen because they don't even know how women are going to receive
Right, they don't
it
know how.
anymore.
I love the car door opening.
One of the things that I got back into the dating world,
Mm-hmm.
it was a little bit confusing at first. And I have to admit,
Yeah.
you know, there was a lot of pressure for the guy who was sitting in front of me.
Mm.
Because I already know who I know who I am now.
Right.
I know what I want. I know what I want in a relationship, and I have no problem laying that
But I
laying
have
that
a
out.
question though. Like, how do you guys find these guys?
Okay,
like, 'cause
well-
it's not like back in the day where you can go to church and be like, oh, he's cute.
You
he's
know,
cute.
I mean,
Let's
I have a
mingle,
lot
you
of
know?
friends who date on the internet, and I've never done it.
Isn't that scary?
It's
I
so
tried
scary.
that.
Internet?
I have a lot of friends who actually have been setting me up with their friends. So I've gone on these series of weird, awkward blind dates where I don't even know who they are, but I'm just, I'm trusting their judgment. I don't know why. Some of them have been gentlemen, but it's
Yeah.
so weird when you don't know somebody. How much do you let them in and
I think it's
give into
scary.
what they expect of you? And then even when they walk up and they're like, they want to kiss you, and they just kiss you, and it's
On
weird.
the cheek, right?
No,
Right.
I've had like so many guys just
Just
full
a
on
random.
like.
Do you
grab
go for it?
and they
What?
just-
Go for
it.
All right.
Do
Do
you
I
try it?
I mean, it
Oh my
depends.
God.
Well, you know what the expectation is then.
Yeah, you need to put on your internet thing like, I am not a freak. Don't kiss, don't touch, don't try and lick me.
And wearing
No.
chastity belts,
I can take the
apparently.
kiss,
Yes.
just don't hold my hand.
Right?
I'm a freak about holding hands. I
You're a
can,
freak
I can
about
kiss.
holding
I love to hold
Just,
hands.
It's too intimate.
I'm sweet. I like a
Wow.
hand hold. I like a kiss
Oh,
on the
no.
cheek. Open my door. We're still ladies, gentlemen. If you're out there, be gentlemen. We want that. We're every woman when we come back.
I've been married too long.
After this commercial break, more Every Way Woman.
Are you an every woman?
When Everyway Woman returns, Dr. Sherry Thomas and I will be talking about fibroids. Stay tuned. Here at Everyway Woman, we talk about everything, including taboo health topics. Today, Dr. Sherry Thomas is here to give us the 411 on fibroids. Dr. Sherry, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
What are fibroids?
Well, fibroids are unfortunately a very common process that occur about 75% of women, where fibrous cells in the uterus is where the baby grows for 9 months. These fibrous cells just get out of control and grow very large. I'm talking about the size of not just a grapefruit, but 5, 6, 7 week pregnancy.
Wow.
So your pelvis, your abdomen looks like you are pregnant, but in fact, you just have some fibroids.
Now, this is intimate to me because I had a hysterectomy because I had a fibroid that was the size of like a 5-month fetus. So my stomach was out to here. So I'm very familiar with it, but what causes fibroids?
Well, fibroids are genetically predetermined. If your
Okay.
mother had fibroids, your older sister, your aunts, you're probably going to have fibroids. They're also more common in different races. African Americans, about 90% of women have fibroids. Caucasian women, more like 75%.
Is that attached to anything, Jeanette? Is it food or?
We don't know. It may be a chromosome that causes the muscle cells of the fiber to just get out of control and grow. And interesting, they're mostly benign, but occasionally they can become malignant. And that's why you really want to see your doctor and follow up and have them checked.
Okay, so tell me, what are some of the symptoms so a woman can know if she has fibroids? What are some of the symptoms?
Well, the symptoms are, as you had, just your stomach's growing larger.
And it was large.
Oh, no, they can be all the way up and press up against the lungs and diaphragm and cause shortness of breath. They also push against the bladder, so you have more urgency frequency, against the bowel, so you may have problems with bowel movements or back pain. With your periods, you may have irregular, heavy bleeding to the point where you become anemic. So you can have a lot of symptoms, but many women have smaller fibroids and they don't really know they have, and their doctor just says, oh, I feel some fibroids on your exam and send you for an ultrasound. And in fact, you have these fibroids that they follow over time.
Okay, so when we talk about pain, how does a woman differentiate between fibroid pain and menstrual cramps? Because if you're not familiar, you don't necessarily know which one is. How do you do that?
Well, menstrual cramps usually occur during your period, but fibroid pain, you'll have pain and pressure most of the time. Now, it'll become worse during the period, but those are the differentiating. With fibroids, you're going to always have that pain.
Now, interesting enough, when I had my fibroids, I had them before I had children, and I also had my fibroid while I was pregnant. And I thought that there was a risk to my baby. Talk about having fibroids and being pregnant.
Sure, it depends on where they're located. If the fibroids are located in the lining of the uterus where the child's growing, it may prevent them from actually growing or actually implanting and starting to grow. So some women before becoming pregnant actually have those fibroids removed so they can become pregnant.
Right, and which was my situation because my fibroid was attached to my fundus. And so subsequently I had a miscarriage. And it's when I went to the doctor that he recognized, he said, you had an obstruction there. And so I had a myomectomy. And I was gonna ask you, what are some of the options for removing your fibroid if you find out that you have them?
Well, not all fibroids, as I said, need to be removed. We watch them to see if they grow. If they don't grow, we wait because at menopause, a lot of times they become smaller.
Okay.
So if you're asymptomatic, you're not having pain, you're not having irregular periods, and you're not bleeding, there's no reason to really do anything. If they start growing and they're growing rapidly, whether they're bleeding or causing pain, they should be removed because that's concerning. They may be cancerous.
You know, Doctor, I was thinking about a young lady that I know. She's in her early 30s and she's having a lot of problems with her fibroids. And she went to a physician and they will not give her hysterectomy. How can someone be an advocate for her? Because she said, I don't even want to have children. I want it out.
Sure. So if a woman has finished childbearing, or she says, I've had women in their 20s saying, I just don't want to have kids.
I don't want to deal with them.
Right. And I'm having severe pain, either endometriosis, fibroids, whatever. There are some medications we can use that actually stop the growth, and that's medicine that stops the production of estrogen. And then ultimately, a hysterectomy or removing the fibroids if it's just one or two large ones. But if a woman's finished having children and has several fibroids that are causing issues, it's probably better to remove the uterus because it turns out once you remove the fibroid, 50% of the chance they grow back. So why go through 2 procedures if you really know what you want?
Which is interesting for my story because, again, before I had children, I had a fibroid. Then I had them removed. Then while I was pregnant, I had more fibroids. And then finally, I just said, take it. I don't want my uterus anymore because I was starting to have those problems. So I would encourage, women out there to really go to their doctors and get that looked at because there's so many wonderful options out there now for women that they don't have to deal with this pain anymore.
Oh, absolutely. But as you said, it's so important to have that communication with your physician because if you tell me, I'm 25, but I have huge fibroids and I just don't want to have kids, yes, why go through both procedures? I couldn't agree more with you.
Thank you, Dr. Thomas.
Thank you for
Before
having me.
you can take care of others, you have to take care of yourself. Stay tuned to Every Way Woman. We will be right back.
Are you an everyday woman?
Everyday Kitchen is next with Every Way Woman.
Are you an everyday woman?
Up next, we have Manji from 88 Tequila, exploring 88 drinks.
We're back with Manji Rios, and we are bringing the bar to our home. So welcome back. Today, of course, we're making another one of your fabulous tequila drinks.
Yes, we're making the 88 Dreams.
Before we get all the way to Dreamland, did you come up with this recipe?
Yeah, it was kind of like a joint thing at a family barbecue. So we had a bunch of different things laid out, and we're like, let's just make some cool drinks.
Let me
Why
guess,
not?
there's tequila at every family barbecue.
Oh, yes. At every family occasion, yes, there's always
The
tequila.
Rios family equals tequila.
Yes, the
So
Demon
just-
Rios family. Yes.
The Demon Rios family, excuse me. So obviously it's, tequila 88 tequila that we're talking about today.
Yes.
And you're featuring the Blanco.
Yes, this one goes with the Blanco just because the Blanco has less flavors. It's the first one that comes out of the tanks.
So it's the youngest.
Yes, it's the youngest out of all of them.
Sure, and why this one today? Just because it mixes better?
This one mixes better with really any other cocktails because it won't add that oaky wood flavor that the older ones have from the bourbon barrels because that's what it's rested in. So it's got a sweeter, more citrusy flavor to it.
Do women prefer the sweeter drinks? Because I feel like tequila sometimes seems like a man's drink. Tequila is...
You'd be surprised to find out that there is more women that probably drink tequila
than any other type of liquor.
More women who admittedly drink tequila, because that's the thing. I feel like tequila only happens on like those girls' nights that we don't really tell anybody about.
Exactly. We have events that we do call like margaritas and mamacitas. So, it's
That's
a fun
hot.
way to incorporate it.
It really is, and I love to entertain at home, and I'm so excited to be able to have something to serve with tequila that's not just a margarita.
Exactly.
Tell me how to make this cocktail.
Okay, so we are going to start with some ice.
Okay. And, typically with tequila drinks, I always see a rim on the glass.
You do, but we like to change it up because not everybody likes the rim around the glass because it gets all over, it ruins your lipstick or your liner.
I like
gets
a
your
salty
hands
rim.
sticky. Some people do, and that's totally fine. You could totally do some sort of like crystal sugar on this, or you could do just regular sugar on here, whatever floats your boat.
Okay. I think it's all about the garnish and the presentation too, for me.
Exactly.
Find the pretty glass. Is there a typical tequila glass, by the way, besides those little cactus glasses?
Yeah.
'Cause I know there's the whiskey glass, there's the rocks glass. This is the tequila glass that I know, a shot glass.
Yeah.
This is how I know tequila.
And our tequila is actually a premium sipping tequila. So to sip tequila, the best way to do that is in a Rydell. It's called a Rydell. It looks like a wine glass, but it's a little slimmer. You get the best
Pause.
smells.
You're drinking tequila from a wine glass? That is classy. That is classy. I don't know anyone else who drinks tequila from a wine glass.
Yes.
Okay,
well,
so
it gets the best smells.
We
out
don't
of it.
have a Rydell, but just a regular, 8-ounce glass will do the trick.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
sure,
For
sure.
cocktails, pick your favorite glass, use it, and enjoy it.
Okay.
So we're gonna do orange soda.
This is a childhood favorite of mine. The nose on the orange soda. It just brings back memories, doesn't it?
Yes, orange soda is always good.
Good. I totally spelled that, by the way. Okay, so how much
It's okay,
orange
I did
soda are
too.
we putting in there? I mean, this is a preference.
I would go about 3 to 4 ounces. This is just something we used for now.
Sure. I like less soda, more tequila. What's next?
Sounds good to me. So we're gonna go ahead and get some tequila now, and we are using the Blanco.
Sure.
So this is a 2-ounce shot glass. You're more than welcome to use as much as
Are
you
all
like.
shot glasses 2 ounces, by the way, for the bar
Not
novice?
all glasses. Some are 1.5, some are 1. But a traditional bar will carry 2-ounce shot glasses.
Okay, so a shot is typically 2 ounces.
Yes.
Which equals a glass of wine, which equals a beer.
I don't
For
know
all
if
of
it
those of you who are measuring your drinks before you drive home or get your Uber, do not drink and drive. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pour that in here.
Okay, pouring it in. Man, woo! That brings back memories too. Those were not childhood memories.
And then we're gonna get, this is cream of coconut. So we're gonna use a little bit of
I use that on
this.
my legs.
Do you really?
Well, I use coconut oil. Isn't it the same thing?
I think it's a little different.
Okay. Well,
So
I know
we're gonna
coconut
pour-
oil is all the rage right now.
I just like to mix it
You're
up.
really going at it with that coconut oil, aren't you? Okay, cream. Ooh, it is creamy. Look at
Yes,
that.
yes. Okay, I would
Oh.
stop there or it's gonna taste like a pina colada.
I like pina coladas. All right, that tastes like vacation to me. Okay, what
All
else?
right, and that's it. And then we just add a little garnish.
That's not it. Okay, I need some lemon.
Yes.
I need some mint. That
So-
my roommate always said a classy drink wasn't classy without mint.
We toss in a
Sure.
slice of lemon.
A little bit of lemon.
And then we're just
Little
gonna
bit of
take a
mint.
little bit of mint and throw that on top.
And my good friend
that's it.
Cheryl, who's got the best job on set, is going to do the tasting for me. How do we say it in Spanish? I mean,
Salud.
salud, salud. I mean, you don't drink your own creations? What kind of bartender
I
are you?
will try some.
Yeah, you should try some. Is there any other alterations to this cocktail? Can we make it a shot?
You definitely could. You could pour it up in a shot glass, maybe
Okay.
cut down some of the ingredients, just go halfway on everything. and-
Sure. Well, you can find more of those ingredients on everywaywoman.com. Thank you so much, Mandy Rios, for being here. Cheers, Solo. I'm going to get a little nose on this one.
Are you in every way woman?
Stay with us for tomorrow's stars.
Are you in every way woman?
Everyway Woman celebrates tomorrow's stars, and today we'd like to welcome Naima to the show. Welcome.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm very well, thank you. We're really excited to have you. Take it away.
Thank you so much. Hi, you guys, I'm Naima Tannenbaum. Thank you. I just got back from a job interview. I need another round of applause for that. Yeah, thank you. I don't know, I'm not really too optimistic about it. I don't think that I got this job, you guys, because at the end of the interview, the guy looked at me and said, "We're not hiring." Yeah, it's kind of messed up, right? I come from a really dysfunctional family. My dad was an alcoholic and my mom had depression, and I'm a stand-up comedian. I was one molestation away from being a stripper. Yeah. I knew I was gonna have a hard time in life. Like the first day of kindergarten when I got to school, this little girl comes running up to me and she's like, "Hey, do you wanna play house?" I was like, I don't know how to play that, but can we play apartment? Can we play I'm staying with grandma and grandpa until some stuff gets straightened out? 'Cause I will dominate. My mom couldn't even get through small talk. Her depression was so bad. We'd be at the grocery store. The checkout clerk is like, "Hi, Miss Tannenbaum, how are you today?" Oh my God, how am I? How do I look? Okay, first of all, I've been up since Tuesday with a migraine headache. Then they killed off my favorite character on Days of Our Lives. And now I'm here and you're yelling at me, asking me all about how I am. Be like, "Mom, can you please just give her your coupons and your rewards cards so we can get out of here?" This is so embarrassing. God. What else? Oh, these bill collectors, does anybody else have bill collectors calling them? Yes, thank you. They ask the dumbest questions, don't they? This guy called the other day and was like, "Hey, Naima, can you tell me why you're 124 days late with your car payment?" Yeah, I'm poor. The student loan people, though, they need to figure it out. This guy was like, "Hey, Naima, you haven't made a student loan payment in about 2 months. What's going on?" I was like, "You're the one that gave me 7 years and $30,000 to go spend at Glendale Community College. Stop asking me for your money." All right, you guys, I'm Naima Tannenbaum. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Naima. It's so incredible to celebrate a woman in a man's world. What advice would you give to other female comedians out there?
Oh, I would just say keep going. They say it's a man's world, but women are funny. I think the times are changing and people really want to see women do their thing on stage, so go for it.
Well, I know we'd like to see more of you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
Gives back to our community. To find out how you too can match our donations for undergarments for needy kids, please visit everywaywoman.com. We'll see you next time. Stay funny, everybody. So, born and raised in Los Angeles,
Yes.
yeah?